Good afternoon. Today is the 22nd of June and this is the Dene Rally, formerly known as the Dene Steam Rally at Monkhood, which is kind of near Alton in Hampshire. This isn't the main bit of the event, it's just the car park, and yet someone's parked a 1963 Jaguar Mark 10 here. Very nice. Very big old car, isn't it? Very much designed for America. Anyway, I do apologise in advance for the wind noise, if there's any incorrect information, if I fall over, if I get things wrong. I'm afraid it's just the way that it goes on this channel. Ooh, we've not even left the car park. And look at this, a Mark II Renault Sport Clio Trophy. I think this was the sort of late special edition for these. The Mark II Clio did continue a bit longer in this country. It continued until 2007 as a Clio Campus, but this was the last of the kind of Renault Sport versions of this shape. It's very nice. It's not every time you see one of those. Worth a lot of money. Oh dear. Now, yes, I'm afraid we can't talk about that, viewers, because we don't talk about diesels on this channel, viewers. Thank you, Mayor of London, and all your friends around the country who are ultra emission and clean air zones. That means we cannot discuss such things. Anyway, yes, we shall now go inside and try not to get distracted too much by anything else. Apparently, there are some cars in here somewhere, and we shall find them. This event was formerly known as the Dene Steam Rally, and I understand why. We've got things like stationary engines and traction engines here, but I'm not really here to see any of that. We've also got fairground organs and all kinds of things here, but I don't think necessarily most of you are here for that anyway. You're here to see some classic cars, and so we shall go endeavour to find some. It's not in this section, but I can see some things steaming away over there, so we'll maybe look at that later. But I know why I'm here, and so we shall continue until we find what we actually came to see. Little traction engine steam away in the background. I think we'll start with these trucks here. There's only three of them. 1949 Chevrolet 3100. It's in very nice condition, that. I mean, I don't know anything about stuff like this at all, really, viewers, but I know what's in very nice condition, and that certainly is. Next we've got this pre-war Ford, I think this would be. Oh, the Model T truck 1929. I didn't realize they made a Model T that late, but that's what it says on the exhibitor pass. I'm sure Yanni knows what we're talking about more than I do. That wouldn't be a surprise. And then a Ford F2. I imagine this is sort of early 50s. It's got this nice sort of patina look to it. Again, it won't be any sort of thing too serious or anything. It'll just be the look that they've chosen to go with, which is amazing. I wonder what place in America that's from. Thought we might be seeing a splitty here, viewers, and here it is. 1965, this one, right-hand drive Volkswagen. Ooh, it's not a microbus, is it? I don't know what actually it's called, but we'll just call it a splitty because that covers all of this shape. That is in, again, lovely condition. Series 1 Land Rover. I imagine that is an 86-inch wheelbase one. Probably, yeah, sort of mid-50s, I would have thought. Not that I'm an expert on such things, you understand. Oh, and this thing, oh yes, I've read about this. Unusually, at this event, there was actually a list of what was coming on the website, so I know this is going to be here. This is a Graham White. I think this is a steam car or something like that. That is crazy. Yeah, Claude Graham White was the chap. I think he founded Hendon Aerodrome back in the day. Oh no, sorry, it's not a steam car. It's just a very, very small engine, 350 cc's with yeah, 3.5 horsepower, just one cylinder. Yeah, Claude Graham White was a very interesting person, actually, if you want to look him up in Wikipedia or something. 1966 Volvo Amazon. I suspect this might be a car from the Portsmouth section of the Volvo Owners Club, because they're the people who actually told me about this event. Let's just see if we've got any more specific information. Yeah, it's a 221. Not 121. Yeah, 66. The sort of first ever Volvos that were used as police cars in this country actually were exactly like this. They were of that year as well, used down in Hampshire. And then a Voxel Cresta, PB Cresta. Let's have a look at the front and see if this is a earlier or later one. These came in around, I think, 1962. Yeah, that's one of the earlier ones, 62, 63, something like that. I think it's a 2.6 litre 6-cylinder engine in that. There was a load of MGs here a second ago. They're probably gone for a display in the arena. Oh, there we go. Early Capri 2.8 injection. 82, 83 registration, Carla check interior. This is an automatic. Did they sell an automatic Capri injection? I've never seen one before. If so, well, here is one. That's weird. Yeah, headpot wheels correct. The ones of these will have the 4-speed gearbox. The 5 speeds weren't available, I think, until 1983. I have driven an 82 one of these. It was a 4-speed manual without vinyl roof. It was a sort of, I think, forest green it was called. Of course, it's an MGB because it's a car show in this country. 72, 73, this one with the, I think, with Basto roof. This one, the colour, it's like sand glow. Forget that. Oh, someone's left an information sheet. Here we go. Oh, it's a 72. Does it actually say what colour that is, or otherwise I'll just have to remain in my ignorance? No, it's an ongoing project. Yeah, it's not too bad. And then we've got a Reliant Rebel. Yeah. That is in lovely condition. It's actually been restored or something. Rather like the MGB, it's about 1972, possibly a 73. Yeah, it's sort of the four-wheel version of the Regal. And then we've got a Triumph Toledo, which is, I think they were more common for 2 doors over here rather than 4 doors. This is a 75. Well, that's the original bill of sale. Relatively late for one of these. They were renamed the Dolomite in 1976 and had some sort of minor changes. I think they all went 4 door. I don't think you get a 2 door Dolomite at all, actually. NAMX5, of course, early one. 1990, 1991 and an H. I think this is the UK car. We're talking about a gearbox as well. Oh no, it's not actually. That's a Unos. Because they didn't sell the automatic, I don't think, over here for the NAs. I have driven an automatic one, but it was a Unos as well. And then we've got something straight out of the Rockford files, a Camaro. 78, 79. Let's have a look and see what year it is. Yeah, it's a 79, that one's Z28. I'm not sure if they actually used Camaros as late as that. No, sorry. I always get confused. Rockford files use the Firebird rather than the Camaro. I always get confused between them because they kind of look very similar because they are essentially the same car. Yeah, so it's a Z28 Camaro. Interesting colour, isn't it? Again, same sort of year, this Mini Club and Estate. I don't know. I think I prefer the Mini as opposed to that, personally. Your sort of opinions might vary about that. But yeah, this one's been sort of changed quite a bit. It's got a different seat, different steering wheel, high-spec dash in it, known as Minty. Hello to Minty. 68, 69, minor-based pickup. Let's have a look at the front and see if you've got an Austin or a Morris grille, because they actually use both badges this time. Minor steering wheel, so I think so. They weren't marketed as a minor pickup, but they are known as that really these days. It's like, I think the 600 weight or 800 weight van they're correctly known as. Ooh, a Maxi. Yes, please do. I actually quite like Maxis. I've driven one of these. A friend of mine owns one, and it's the same year as this. This is I think a 72. Yeah, it is a 72. I wonder if this is the it's like 1750 something. Yeah, no, it's 1500. So it's a base model, that one. When this was badged as Austin, I think they lost that badge in about 1978. So rod change, relatively early rod change car. There were sort of minor updates all the way through, and the hydroelastic was replaced with hydrogas about 1978, 79, I think. That's a hydroelastic one. Then Austin 7. Sometimes the information sheet's in there, and then yeah, it's 7 Ruby from 1938. So quite a late one. It's in very nice condition, isn't it? We've got the rivets and roll boards there. I was surprised how many of these are actually left. Next, 74, 75 Beetle. Left-hand drive. Are we on like air ride or hydraulic suspension or something with this? quite possibly actually. And then we've got 2000 Volkswagen Golf Mark IV, but it's not any Mark IV. This is the V5 version, as you can see from there. Yeah, there's not tons of these left actually. The V5 wasn't necessarily that popular because you could get a GTI, you could get I think R32 of this shape, you could get VR6 with these still, I don't know. But yeah, they weren't that popular back then. And then we've got a Mark I Mini, very early one, Austin 7 badged, so between 59 and 61. Local plate to the area, HO was an Old Hampshire plate in the day, and yeah, very original specification and not actually that heavily restored or anything, which is nice to see. 2000 Chevy, do they call these the Chevy Astro, I think, these big old rear wheel drive things. Doesn't say. You'll have to remain ignorant like me, viewers, then. Well, Wolseley 1560, this will be between about 59 and 61, because in 61 they got the 1.6 engine that were renamed as the 1660. Don't lean on the car. No, I'm not going to lean on the car. I won't lean on that car either. Just not going to even. We've got a whole lineup of things here. 1981 to 82 Land Rover Series 3, a Range Rover. I think we're going to have to look a bit more closely at that because that's got a Q plate on it. 1957 MG Magnet ZA, yeah. Later Magnet to this shape with a ZB with a slightly larger rear window. I think that came in a little bit after that. And then, oh, this thing, yeah, this always confuses me. It's an Austin Westminster estate, and I don't think they sold these officially. I think this has been crafted by somebody back in the distant past. It's not a bad idea actually at all. We've got a caravan behind it as well. Imagine what, sort of 61, something like that. And then here is a 1660, like we were discussing earlier. They changed to the 1660 and I think 61 with larger engine. Have we actually got an information sheet for this one? We might well do actually. Yeah, 65, 1660, Old English white with ice blue. Brilliant. Someone's put a brake servo and that's a very good idea. Tow bar, fog lamps, raised window and some wheel arch liners. My gosh, it's been in the family for a very, very, very long time. In fact, around 55 years. Something else that's exactly the same year, this Austin J4. The J4 actually was almost directly responsible for the Sherpa because the entire rear section of this actually went into the first Sherpas. I think elements of it remained to the LBV Convoy, which is 2000, Pilot, sorry, not Convoy, but Pilot, which remained until 2006. So very long life for certain bits of these commercials. There we go, look at that. My gosh, it's even got a number plate on it. Crazy. It's got some classic caravans here, not that I know an awful lot about them, I'm afraid. That one looks very period appropriate for that one, as is that one. It's a Viking, and that one is a Cheltenham Caravan Company, never heard of that. So here's the Range Rover. Let's have a look at the information sheet on this one. So it's left-hand drive. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. We can't talk about that, viewers. Gonna get shot by the Mayor of London if I do. There we go. There's the Magnet, and here is the Series 3, the back of it. Excellent. Say no to Diddy mode, whatever that means. Right, let's have a look at some other things over here. Oh gosh, it's one of these Volkswagen things. Yeah, they're called the Iltis 79 to 80 registration. I do not believe these were sold over here at all. I've seen very, very few of these actually. Very, very, very strong vinyl smell. Feldjäger, military police bit. Another one of these minor based vans. Also, this one's a Morris badge one. Also 68, 69 on a G. And then we've got this thing. I have seen this before, this Dodge WC63. I think this is like a 42 or 43 or something. Then there's Ford Cargo, 88, 89. Some kind of big tractor thing. And then a massive, massive Unimog. Gosh, that is huge, isn't it? Massive. Look at 1991 trucks. Don't really think about those years. We'll skip over. Another Unimog, much older one. What's that? 83, 84. And then a Series 3 lightweight Land Rover. I have actually driven one of these. Unlike the other Series 3s, like that one, they have a different dash in them and they look very different. I don't even know if these are actually lighter than the Series. They're slightly heavier, which is a very, very strange thing. This is a 1972, this one. It's quite an early one. It's sort of more in keeping with what it would have looked like as opposed to Land Rover. It was black and white. 1980 Land Rover Series 3. With the, I think it's a 1 and 9 inch wheelbase, that one. And then we've got a couple of very classic old things here. What on earth is this? It's an AC or something. Wow. AC Monmouth. I don't know what year that is. That is absolutely huge. When someone's just bought a bus, Aldershot District bus, low line. I wonder. Yeah, it's information sheet on the side of here. We should read that, viewers, rather than remain in total ignorance, which is what I normally do. There we go. Ah, Dennis Low Line, 1964. Excellent. So it's based just up the road in Aldershot, hence the Old Hampshire plate OT. Fabulous. It's one of these old Bedfords that was made in India for sort of years after they've discontinued over here. And then this thing, an AWD, these were made by the successor company to Bedford as well as Bedford itself. AWD took over, I think, about 89, and that is a TL. Then we've got an Austin Champ. Now, that plate will not be the year of the actual Jeep or vehicle, whatever you want to call it. They were made in the 50s, these. I think that's probably when it was, you know, discharged from service, B65. Sort of like a rival to the Land Rover, but never really caught on in the same way. Tiny little Steyr-Puch Haflinger from 1963, right-hand drive. Unusual, yeah, go Steyr-Puch. 650cc flat twin. I think it's the same engine that went into the Indicar or something like that. I could be wrong. Ask Ian Seabrook. Anyway, Shambolic Explorer Mark II, 1953. That is absolutely enormous. It's sort of Thornycroft Antar type thing, isn't it? This huge, big thing designed to sort of carry tanks and things like that on the back. You could probably live in there quite nicely, couldn't you? It's not that small, that thing. Isn't that great? We'll just spotted another section of old cars. We'll go over there and have a look at those as well, shall we? I don't know much about caravan viewers, but I do know a little bit about these. It's Fiat 124 Spider. Imported from California, most of them were sold over there towards the end. This one will have the 2-litre engine, I think. Let's take a look. Oh no, sorry, this is before they brought that in. This is the 1.8. 78. No repair to the underside. Oh, it's a beige leather interior as well. Ooh, wooden dash. Fake wooden dash. Piping. Well, yes. I should have looked at the back first, shouldn't I? Because it has engine capacity on the rear. That is very nice, viewers. I think maybe I prefer the sort of older ones to this, but still very nice. The colour is just right, isn't it? It's very nice. Then we'll have a look at this old Bedford. Now I hope this Bedford CF CF2s, I don't think this is one of those. The CF2s have different door handles. I think this is still a CF, but just a facelifted one. That'll be sort of 82, 83 on a Y. Another splitty, 1965. Again, that looks very nice, like the other one did. I wonder if we were going to get a bay window as well, and here one is. This is a 1971. That'd be worth a lot of money actually. These are worth serious money now. This sort of condition. Porsche 911 style wheels. Actually, they are Porsche 911 wheels. Which one looks good on these? Air cooled and tax free. Yes, indeed. Air cooled and tax free also describes this particular thing as well, with some pink flamingos. I wonder if that's a reference to the film, viewers. You let me know. I tried to watch that and I didn't really get on with it very well. There we go. 1974-75 on an N. We've actually got something that's not even on display, but still earning its keep after about 30 years. This Volvo 940. Superb. 97-98 plates, a very late one. Let's have a look at some traction engines whilst they're displaying some cars we'll have a look at in a bit in the main arena. I don't know anything about sort of steam engine or anything here, so we'll just have a little look. Edison. Grantham. And then we've got some miniature ones here. Stanley. Wallace and Stevens Basingstoke, Old Hampshire plate. Traction engine. I presume Carter Brothers is the make. Oh, very old Land Rover, 1954 2-litre petrol, 86-inch Series 1. Garrett steam engine from 1919. So that thing is 105 years old. Wow. With Sprite, we'll have a look at that later. And a midget, another Sprite, and then another midget. That's quite an early one. It's not got exterior door handles, that's a Mark II. Oh yes, viewers. Mark I Granada with the Essex V6. Very nice. Virtually base model Peugeot 106. 51 GMC pickup. Another Volvo 940. I hope that's a petrol one, viewers. Yes, it is. A Stag. Morris, it's an Oxford or an ISIS. There was a Cowley. It's neither of the things I said. HB Viva. Morris 8 Series E, I think those are called. Mine 1000 Traveller. And it's a Mark IV Spitfire. Yes, it is. Right, viewers, let's have a look at a few more of these steam engines, and then we'll have a look at more of the cars. I'll have to change phones actually, because the battery's running low on this one. What is this? 2009. Surely it's a replica of something. It looks a bit like an old, I don't know, not a curved dash alt, it's actually curved. Not sure actually. Pass. I fancy an ice cream at some point, viewers, but I'll do that after we finish filming. And then we've got some more steam engines over here, and they're all little ones. Does that really have a number plate and a tax disc? My gosh, it actually does. And that's also, well, it's over 40 years old, so it's be exempt anyway. It's mad. Right, let's change phones now so we don't run out of battery on this one. Milder of Andover, the original contractor, but it looks like this was made by Ruston, I have heard of Ruston. They used to make railway locomotives. And that is driving that, whatever that is. Oh, okay. It's for rodent. I presume that's for the main rodent thing. Oh, more little tiny steam engines, traction engines. Gosh, that's the reverse gear. Fabulous. Right, let's have a look at some tractors. Not that I actually know anything about tractors. We'll just sort of walk down here. If anything catches my eye, then I'll let you know. Might as well look at stationary engines first. Some of you will be into this sort of thing. I don't really know anything about things like this. Amanco hired man, 1925. Ferguson, Fordson, another Ferguson, another Ferguson, and Massey Ferguson. Don't know what on earth that is. Strange as well. David Brown, it's in David Brown, Aston Martin. Another Ferguson. Why are there so many Craig Fergusons here? Another one. So that's not a Fordson Super Major, it's a Super Major. Another Ferguson. And then little ride on mowers. We like these views, they're fun. Field Marshal Wheel Horse. There's a wheel horse in an episode of The Professionals actually. What's it called? Heroes, filmed in 77. Another Massey Ferguson. Ford tractor. John Deere. Ah, now these are Fordsons. Another Massey Ferguson. Avoid that one. And that one. Another Fordson. Massey Ferguson. What is that? Riley Union Model LMT 256cc Villiers engine. Then Terry. Hello Terry. It was a Lansing Backmore. I heard of those, little trolley thing. Another wheel horse. And a David Brown. Which way's the front? Strange. Oliver. Fordson. Zito, I never heard of that. No, can't talk about that. Ford 400. Very 60s looking thing, that. More tiny traction engines. That one's very sweet, isn't it? You've got a little thing on the back so you can go for a ride. Something here which is a bit bigger but still not massive. CT10. Is that really registered? That's mad, isn't it? Little coal store in the back. And then vintage mowers. I don't think I've ever been to a show with vintage mowers in it. We'll just have a look at some of these. They all look a lot more sort of dangerous. That's a plough thing. Actually, not mowers at all, they're all sorts of funny things. What about these? A rotary hoe. I don't think I've ever seen a rotary hoe before. I've had a rotavator. That's quite useful for sort of, clearing a plot of land. That's what my lady wife always wants me to sort of buy her as a rotavator. Oh, these are the mowers. Here we go. My gosh, that thing looks old. Someone's got a collection of tools. My gosh, it's got a number plate as well. It's madness. And Joey's Mobile Beer Garden also has a tax disc with a Q plate. It's completely bonkers. How on earth do you expect it? Anyway, yeah, I've got more vintage tractors here. And more tiny steam engines. CG, old Southampton plate. Not a surprise, some David Browns. Freddie Baker Matthew Ferguson. Fordson Power Manger. And another Fordson. Excellent. Excellent. Here's that 940 from earlier. 1994. It's Magnus. It's a normally aspirated 2.3. Red block.
But that's the thing is, so a friend of mine has got this and he talks all the time with it.
Automatic, not the fastest one then. There were some 940s that were quite fast. This isn't one of them. It's a non-turbo 2.3. Not that it's a problem really. Mark IV Spitfire. This will be a 1300. Looks in very nice condition. It's got overdrive. 71, 72 on a K. '68 minor 1000 Traveller. The one I driven with these was a 70, very similar to this, apart from the fact it had a sort of big sunroof. This is a standard car, which it might be, apart from most front seats, but it might have all drum brakes and no servo, which yeah, a bit scary. It's the GMC we saw earlier, 51 from California apparently. These ones we've seen earlier, but we will go down and see the ones that were in the arena. Sprite, Midget Sprite, 1967, Sprite Mark IV. It's a nice colour, that one. Sort of cousin here. 71, 72 midget. Actually, there's an information sheet here, we'll just have a look at that. Yeah, 71 this one, which was originally white. Both these are square arches for some reason. Round arches in between really. Very late Sprite, actually an Austin Sprite rather than Austin Healey Sprite. They were only called an Austin Sprite for 1 year, which is 71 only. There we go, first sold in 71. That doesn't quite make sense though. It would actually, it was a May, should be on a J, but maybe it's been registered or something, I don't know. 1927 Austin 12.4 Windsor Saloon. Yeah, lots of patina on that. That's nice actually. The car is 97 years old. And we've got that Stag from earlier. That is actually a very early Mark II. You can tell it's 73 because of the placing of the interior lights. Austin Healey or MG midget. It looks like a midget to me, but possibly it isn't. If it's a midget, it would be a Mark I, I think, without the interior door handles. As I said earlier, it was a Mark II. Now, if it's a Sprite, it would be a Mark II. And then, there's the Saw Granada. Got Mark III Scorpio Cosworth wheels on it, which is a very, very common upgrade on these, or modification. 76, 77 on an R, one of the last of the Mark I's then. The Mark II came out, I think, August 77. And then a 106XN, which was, I think, either the base model or near the base. Do we even have a 5-speed gearbox? Yes, we do. So if this is an early facelift one, it'll be 1996. Where the plate is 91, something like that. That's not exactly correct for the era. Right, let's go and see the final ones up here. Here's the Morris Cowley, which is similar to the Oxford that the Hidden Ambassador was based on. Imagine that's sort of, what, about 55, something like that. And then a 1967 Vauxhall Viva HB. Most of them just rusted away, so that is in actually really nice condition, that HP Viva. 1948 Morris 8 Series E. So just before the Minor came out, which was the same year. Same engine, same I think a side valve engine in these. Not particularly powerful. It's like 29 horsepower or something like that. I think that's it for the Dene Rally viewers. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video and leave a comment below, and we shall see you again very soon for some more incorrect information.